Hey buddy, this is Colin, Mr. Old School Gaming, and I wanna welcome you back to my channel, and thank you for checking out this video. So, it's Friday afternoon, guys, and you know what that means. It's time to drink some Czech beer. So, I hope you got a cold one in your hand. We got a game on Hotspot. Not really a easy game for my tier 8 Kutuzov, since the majority of the ships in this match are tier 10. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. So we spawn down at the southeast side, and it's 3-cap domination. So I thought I push up with my fellow Fletcher into C-cap and, well, not actually into C-cap, because that is pretty much suicide in the start of the game. But I will push up with the Fletcher and stay just outside the outer islands and try and support him as much as possible with my amazing fire and HE spam, and also of course my great anti-air ability, since there are carriers in this game, which is nothing you really see that often in tier 10 games. So this is a game after the last 6.0 patch, so you can see I have the radio location skill. I think they for some reason renamed it. I guess Wargaming thought that if they changed the name of the skill, no one would care. So actually I have been trying it out on my Kutuzov, but I think I since then has found a better build for my Kutuzov, where I focus more on the damage output, since the Kutuzov as well as the SAO pretty much are long range fire spammers and snipers, so you shouldn't really be this up close as I am right now with the Kutuzov. I should really use the range more, but I really felt like I needed to go in and try to support the friendly destroyer, and of course, as you can see, I do pay the price. I went maybe a tad too aggressive for being the start of the game, but hey, this is how I play. I really love to just go right into the fight and just brawl, shooting ships left and right. I could never play one of those games where you sit in the back with a big tanky battleship and never come close to the action. But I do get to pay for it sometimes. So we have our destroyer and another cruiser in the cap. We also have at least one enemy destroyer. There is, spotted. And I'm not really sure if there's also maybe a cruiser somewhere. We have some enemy battleships cruising around right outside, like big giant great white sharks. So I need to be a bit cautious, because at this range they can absolutely delete me. So I'm just trying to set this Bismarck on fire, hoping to make him regret that he's pushing in too fast, and hoping that he will break off. So now my smoke runs out and I need to get moving really fast. because I have 2 tier 9 battleships, or 1 tier 9 and 1 tier 8, eyeballing me. And I guess they wouldn't want to do something more than just citadel the shit out of me. So I'm trying to give this enemy gearing some parting shots. I do not manage to kill him off, unfortunately, but I can't really afford to stay inside the cap. I need to keep on moving, because a sitting Kutuzov is a dead Kutuzov. Unless you have your smoke up, of course. So, I guess the radio location skill working as intended. So I need to get away a bit further, because I do get focused by both the battleships and the Atago. And the carrier also trying to drop on the C cap. We have been able to take the A cap in the start of the game. And right now the enemy Bismarck is trying to cap B, but we are resetting him all the time. So I managed to burn him to death, finally, earning me a arsonist as well. I still, of course, have the demolition expert on my Kutuzov at this build. I also choose the Inerfa Fuse, the armor-piercing HE ammo. And combining those two, you pretty much negate the drawback of the Inerfa Fuse, which is 3% less fire chance on your ammo. So that brings it up 2%, so you really only lose 1%. And that you can fix with your fire flags. So you will still have the great fire chance you have with Demolition Expert, and you will also on top of that get the armor piercing HE damage from your HE. So I think it's a real combo. I haven't played it so many times yet, but well, just look at this game. So it's a good example, I think. So now I'm just working down this other Bismarck. At the same time I'm capping B as well. So now we have B and we have A and C as well. So we have a huge advantage on the enemy team. We have a slight ticket advantage, and we have the same amount of ships left. So I'm just trying to set as many fires as possible. I don't really have any other targets to focus on. So just trying to burn this guy down. Now I haven't really have a chance to try radio location skill on so many destroyer gameplay, but I think Flammo made a very valid point as well regarding the radio location skill, and that is actually the psychology effect of that skill. It's not only the chance that someone will hunt you down and kill you if you play a destroyer, but let's say it's a 3 cap domination mode and you play a destroyer and you're going in for a fast cap on one of the cap zones. Let's say this announcement pops up saying that someone has your bearing, someone has targeted you. And that was the other Bismarck, burned down and died. So, back to the game. So, let's say you get this notification that someone is kind of spotting you with the radio location. Then you have to start to second guess and doubt your decision, because what does this mean? This means that someone or multiple ships on the enemy team knows exactly which cap you're going for. It probably means that they are announcing this in team chat, maybe clicking on the grids for their carrier, if there is a carrier in the game, asking him to send his planes over to your location. It can mean it's a single lone destroyer coming right at you. It can only mean that it can also mean that it's like a Khabarovsk, if there's a Khabarovsk in the game. It can mean it's a Khabarovsk and a Des Moines pushing you. So I mean, it's quite a lot of information to think about and process during a couple of seconds time. Which means I think a whole lot of people will start to hesitate and maybe not go for that cap, because they know that something is coming and they don't really know what. Of course, if you are in a Des Moines or a Tago, Sau or Khabarovsk, maybe you don't mind. Maybe you just go ahead and try and get the cap and trying to kill whoever it is coming your way. But if you're not in an extremely strong ship, maybe you don't have any backup, maybe you're going alone for a cap, will you take the chance? Will you just go in and try and get the cap, or will you start hesitate, maybe turn around? Because you never know, maybe it's a really crappy destroyer, but it can also be a really good one. So I think that is a effect that not many people have thought about regarding the radio location skill. That it can really change how many people play the game, and that of course can probably frustrate the hell out of many teammates if destroyers, for example, don't go for caps. So it's a valid point. Now me and the carrier are going for this Kurfürst. Kurfürst is a German battleship, and of course a real barbecue boat. I do love to set those fires on German battleships. Unfortunately, I don't have any teammates helping me scout. And as you can see, the enemy team has also been able to take back both A and C. Me, I'm trying to engage and hold off the enemy fleet at sea pretty much by myself. And then we have a battleship, a cruiser and a destroyer close to A cap. So I'm just trying to set these two ships on fire as much as I can, and I do earn myself my wither. So I'm up to 144,000 damage so far. And I think I can really see a change, maybe not in just right like that salvo, but overall I think I can see a real boost of the salvos of the HE from before. Now I totally fuck up, my smoke screen is down and I'm caught out broadside to a Kurfürst, which isn't the best thing you can do in a Kutuzov. So of course he takes out half my health, and at the same time of course I get focused by the enemy carrier. So I'm just trying to get off a last shot, but the carrier gets the kill on the curve first, unfortunately. But I think I have carried the team a bit at least, helping them out. Our cruiser are retaking A, and the rest of the fleet starting to close in on the cruiser at sea. Now I'm trying to do some Quentin Tarantino movie shots. So let's see if these torps are gonna be efficient. They look pretty good. Will they hit? Come on. Come on, one hit. Ah! What torpedo beats. Typical. But it sends next salvo. Come on. Please. Pretty please. Yeah, it looks like he's turning in. Yeah, these should be good. Yeah, he's definitely turning in. I think 2 or 3 is gonna hit. Yeah, 3 hits. That was real good. Now it's only the enemy carrier left. And the tickets are building up. Those were real nice torps from the gearing. And now Sao close in for the kill. I just wish my team a good game in the chat. I think we done a real good job. So, how have you guys managed to do with the new captain skills? Have you come up with a great build yet? If you want to share something with me, please let me know in the comments below. I am definitely trying out some different builds on my favorite ships during this time when the reset or redistribution of the skill is really cheap. So I think the game is coming to an end pretty soon. And today I have a little clip from a Atago match as a happy ending to this video. So stay tuned for that as well. And there's 1000. So pretty good game, all in all. Almost 900,000 credits, almost 12,000 experience. Witherer and Arsonist, over 160,000 damage. And of course, it's always nice to be the top dog when you're a tier 8 cruiser in the tier 10 game. I mean, look at these tier 10 ships. Seriously. The Grobbe. Fredrik the Grosse. What the fuck? Iowa. 500 experience. Seriously. I'm not really sure what they were doing all match, but... And here you can see, I made 87,000 damage by my HE shells. And that is way more than I used to do. And of course I made almost 80,000 in fires as well. So the combo Demolition Expert and Inerfa Fuse on your Kutuzovs and your Belfasts, I think is a really good way to go for those high damaging games. So I made a pretty good profit, both in credits and experience. And now let's look at the last clip. And there comes a time in every man's life when he just needs to push that middle channel on two brothers. Please enjoy. So I wanna thank you guys again for checking out this video. Please leave a like and a comment below I really love to hear from you guys. So, have a great weekend everybody. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.